guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Sarah, and today I wanted to do a quick little video about a question that I've seen come up a lot on like planner Facebook groups and places like that. A question that gets asked in the planner community a lot is, how do I plan in a planner when I don't have any plans? I've seen people, people that don't have kids or that are retired and their kids are grown, or that they just don't have a lot going on. How to use a planner if you don't have any scheduled activities. So I just wanted to go over a layout that I mocked up here for a imaginary person that has no scheduled plans. So this is this imaginary person here, which, by the way, yes, this is July. We're just going to ignore that part of it. I know it's not July, but the person that I imagined that made this layout, they are single, they live by themselves, and they just are hanging out. They don't have, they don't have any appointments this week. They don't have a ton going on, no school. Maybe this person is retired, so they don't have work, things like that. So I am going to just go over kind of different things that you can plan when you don't have anything to schedule. So I did use a few stickers here just to decorate it. You obviously don't have to do that. The stickers I did use are from a planner cake kit, but on the sidebar here, we do have, this person has their weekly goals. So I didn't fill in all of these. Now you can, or they can, whoever is doing this can fill in as you go during the week. That's what I do. So for weekly goals, we just have some things that they wanted to get done that don't necessarily need to be on the to-do list. Like they want to read 3 chapters of their book. They want to walk a mile with their dog, and they want to prep their meals. Those are things they just want to get done, but they don't necessarily have to. They're goals. The to-do list, they have to order a gift for somebody. The meal plan, different than prepping. The meal plan just wants to figure out what they're going to have for dinner the next week. They have to refill their hummingbird feeder, and they have to clean their rings. I often have to clean my rings. I feel like that's a good thing to do on a to-do list. And then for habit trackers, they want to track if they moved every day. So they have, which we'll get to in a minute, workouts if they did that every day, and then their reading they wanted to track. So simple sidebar, but none of this is anything really scheduled. So pretty easy to just add in some things here during the week, of course, and you can change the goals and the habits for whatever fits your lifestyle. And then over here, starting on the actual weekly. So across the top here, I did the weather. So that is definitely something you can track every day, no matter if you have a ton of scheduled events or no scheduled events, the weather. So every day I used stickers for, if it's going to be sunny or cloudy or rainy, whatever. You don't have to do that. You can draw, or you can just simply write sun. It doesn't really matter. So I just had these weather stickers laying around, so I did use them. And then I put the low and the high for each day. So that's a simple little thing you can just throw in to add some extra stuff to your planner if you're feeling like it's empty. And it's also really cool to look back on to see like, oh, it was 84 this day last year, but today it's 92. It's fun to look back on sometimes. And then this top section here, I put like their main focus of the day. So again, these are not things that are scheduled. These are just things they want to get done that day. So Monday is trash day. Tuesday, they want to do a budget check-in. Wednesday is the day they do all their laundry. Thursday, it is somebody's birthday, maybe a friend, so they're going to celebrate that day. And then Friday is the errands day, so they're going to run all their errands on Friday. Saturday is when they do grocery shopping, and then Sunday is a full cleaning day. So again, this top section, the vertical layout is actually really good for if you want to do a layout like this where there's not a ton of scheduled activities, because if you write big like me, I filled up like this whole thing almost, so it's definitely good to break down different categories as well, like I did for this imaginary person. So again, this is the top focus of the day. You know, they don't have anything scheduled, so this is just what they want to get done. And there's room here where they can add in, you know, different cleaning tasks. Like, let's say they want to do, you know, their focuses for this cleaning. They want to mop the kitchen, they want to sweep the bedroom, and they want to deep clean the dishwasher. You know, I'm just going to put dish, but you know, they want to make a list here. You can definitely do that because there is room. So same here if you wanted to add little things like, oh, you know what? I forgot I have to get rice. Adding a little bit in there. Errands, let's say they have to run to Walmart and Target and what's another store they can run to? They have to run to the shoe store. They went to DSW. You know, there's your errands list. So you can always add more in here for whatever the main focus is. So the second section here, which is another good thing to track if you don't have, you know, anything scheduled, or even if you do and you just want to track this stuff, is meals. I did not put snacks in here. There's definitely plenty of room to add snacks in. So for this person, we just did breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So every day I wrote what they had for breakfast, what they had for lunch, and what they had for dinner. So definitely more than enough room here. If you wanted to get more detailed, write smaller, you can, I skipped a line. You don't have to do that. You can add in snacks. You can add in, you know, how many, if you're tracking calories or macros or anything, you can add that in as well. You can also label the different sections, which I did not, but you could label this like meals. So there's that. This third section here, these are like personal goals that they want to do. So this is like stuff their main focus of the day, and this is like their goals or something personal that they'd like to get done. So we put the read the 3 chapters on Monday because maybe that's the day that they chose that they have time. They want to get through, you know, their goal of reading 3 chapters, which doesn't seem like a lot, but you know, for some people, such as myself, sometimes it takes a while to get through some chapters. Okay. So that's their Monday personal goal. Tuesday, they want to take their dog, Charlie. That's my dog's name, so I used it. But that's what the paw print's for. They want to take Charlie to the dog park. So they want to walk. Then they can get in their mile walk with the dog. They can do that this day. So that will also take care of their weekly goal and walking the dog. So that is what they want to do that day. And then Wednesday, let's say they have some bills due, so they want to pay some bills. Thursday, their favorite show has a new episode at 7 p.m. We put that on there. TV shows and movies, also a super helpful thing to track when you don't have a ton of stuff to put in your planner. And if you just want to like look back on, oh, hey, that movie came out, you know, Friday the 17th. So also really good to put in there. Friday, they want to call their friend. Maybe you are working on personal connections or friend connections and you've fallen behind in you're communicating with them. I know life gets busy for some people and that happens. So we made it a priority. She's going to call her friend April this day. And then Saturday, she has to do her weekly weigh-in. And then I did a little line there if she wanted to put her weight. And then on Sunday is when we do the weekly plan. So that's planner time. This bottom section here, I used for her workout. So she wants to walk on Monday. So we're walking every other day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Those are the days she goes for a walk. She is walking the dog to the dog park this day, but she's also going to do her morning yoga. Then we have cardio on Thursday and strength training on Saturday. So very simple down here. And you know what? If you don't want to track your movement, that's fine. There's plenty of other things you can put down here. You can do, if you want to track your sleep schedule down here, you can track your water intake. You can track if you had, if you're tracking anything for like medical, you can track any symptoms or anything like that. There's plenty of space here. But I just wanted to give a quick overview and some ideas on things that you can plan if you don't necessarily have any timed or scheduled events. I know that's something that people struggle with and they think that they have no use for a planner, but there is plenty of ways to use a planner even without timed scheduled events. So I hope that this video was helpful for somebody. I know it was pretty quick today, but I hope that you got something out of this. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And I will see you guys in my next video.